Hello lovebirds and knockouts, Tanya TKO here, and I have under 20 minutes to deliver this message because my battery time is running low. But don't worry, if I run out, I'm going to record on my phone and just merge the videos. I wanted to talk with men about being confident to get more women, so that's what today's message is about. I'm doing my first walking vlog outside in some time, so just bear with me. It's a little bit of a rainy day. I think the drizzle has calmed down a little bit, and I'm back in New York, and it's like a sneak trip, so nobody really knows. Just have to be a little bit careful because, you know, I'm walking through a park alone. Nonetheless, let's talk about confidence. I was sitting around watching some TED Talks when this point dawned on me. And I talk with men and women, and I counsel people. Yes, okay. See what I'm saying? Anyway. See, and this is part of what you may not have heard it because the microphone picks up forward, but this man who rode by on the bike had the nerve to make some suggestive remarks towards me. And I think that that's part of a large issue that I'd love to talk about right now without further delay. Okay, we got 19 more minutes. All right. Let's talk about this confidence thing. I was watching some TED Talks, and I counsel men, etc., and women, and most of the men have a really hard time coming forward and talking about what some of their issues are. But I happened to be talking to this young man yesterday who was talking about how there's a lot of competition out there. He's trying to differentiate himself from other guys so that he could get girls, etc. Right? And he's really, really, I don't want to say desperately because, it's not such a great word, but he's desperately clinging forward, reaching outward, grasping, grappling to try to be able to get women to be interested in him. So he's elicited the help of these pickup artists and all of these pickup artists websites, etc., who are preying on men, with these ideas that you can get so many girls and all this other stuff and blah blah blah. And it's a really sad state of affairs. Let's talk about that real quick. All right. Confidence. Let me just say this right off the bat. You have no competition when it comes to being you. None whatsoever. See, but I think part of the issue is that you do think that you have competition, and you think that other men are your competition, and you think that other men are taking your slice of the pie, and you think that they're able to get girls that you're not able to get, and blah, 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 and all sorts of other things, right? I want to stop for a second because I'm feeling a little distracted. All right, because I have to look around and stay safe and all this other stuff. Okay. So you think that you have a lot of competition when it went with other men vying for women's affections and attentions, etc., when that's not true. And as a woman, I can tell you firsthand right off the bat, yes, women do love confidence. But you see, confidence is not something that you can feign. Like with these pickup artists, they tell you to do a bunch of different actions that will make you seem confident and be able to get girls' attention, etc. There's some person behind these bushes over here. I don't know what's going on. Lord, why did I choose the park to walk through of all places? But nonetheless, right, I wish I could edit this because I'm wasting so much time not saying anything. Okay, listen, let's get fully back into it. All right. So you feel like other men are taking stuff that should be yours, or you should get, or denying you access to the most prime women, etc. And women love confidence, but part of the problem when you feign confidence is that you never really address what it is that spurred it in the first place. Let's say, for example, all right, so you do these actions and you do these things to get you the attention of this young woman, and then let's say you get into this relationship or whatnot. What do you do then? You never addressed what it was that made you feel the lack of confidence in the first place. And so if I could inspire you to do anything, I want you to follow that feeling back down to the very first time that you felt these feelings, because it all boils down to lack of self-worth. It boils down to you not feeling worthy of this woman or the caliber of woman's attention and affections, etc. So it all boils down to what it is that you think that you're worth, and the importance that you place on, gosh, See, there's so many different things that I want to say and talk about, right? All right, let me just be really honest. You know, a great portion of who it is that some of you men, well, let's say many, a great portion of who many of you men are going after are the girls and the women that, oh my goodness, these people are fishing. Okay. You can't see it through my rainy umbrella, but that's what they're doing. All right, so nonetheless, a great portion of the women that you all are going after are women that are considered to be of superior good looks, really hot women, really sexy women. And a large portion of why it is that you're going after these particular women is to impress other men, because women are collected kind of like ornaments or souvenirs or prizes as status symbols for other men to know your prowess or your level of success or your level of ingenuity or your game or your mackability or your pickup skills or a whole lot of other things. But see, love is chemical, and love is, I don't know the proper term for it, but it's in the brain. I don't know if it's cranial, I don't know the proper word, but love is chemical and love happens in the brain. And you can't, let's rewind. Okay. When I say that you have no competition when it comes to being you, that's absolutely true, because there's only one you. There's only one person like you with your particular likes and quirks and dislikes and the different things that make you who it is that you are. But for some reason, you don't think that that is enough. So you employ the tactics to be able to get people to be interested in some things that are not you at your core. So you know, so you do these different things, you get a person to be interested, you never really address the main issue, etc. And then what? Then what? Then what? So if I could inspire you to do anything, please look towards the heart of a woman. Look towards a person who shares some of your, because the best looking woman out there, the best bodied woman that you know that you're jumping into this thing with to be able to impress other people, may not be the person that vibes with you on an esoteric level, on a spiritual level, on an internal level, may not be the person that will get you, if you understand what I'm saying. You know, it's like I hear so many men who are like, oh, these women, all they want are thugs and all they want are bad boys. And yeah, but if you really think about it, why is it that you're interested in a woman who likes those type of men? I mean, that should be a woman who is of no interest to you, that you should, I don't want to say feel sorry for, but that's a woman that you should know is not in the right frame of mind to be able to accept, to be able to appreciate, to be able to, that's not even on the same wavelength as you. This is somebody who is engaging in a lot of dysfunctional behavior that has nothing to do with you. So it's not like you're being denied access to her because of her love of thugs. She's not the right woman for you because she likes thugs. So see, part of the problem is in your selection process. See, there's a lot of different things that are going on, and it's so difficult to talk about all of this during a walking vlog because my mind is all over the place, trying to stay safe, trying to walk, trying to keep my mind on the topic, trying to hold this umbrella, trying to hold the camera and all this other stuff, right? And so I'm going to end the video soon. I think I got out most of my points. Some of the points were jarbled and I needed to get this video under 10 minutes. I mean under 20 minutes. But let me say this before I stop and before I end, right? In order to be more confident, one of the first things that you need to do is you need to find that feeling back to the very beginning. I'm going to give you an exercise to do. Start thinking about what it is that you feel will stop a person from liking you. And feel that feeling, feel that emotion, because that emotion, most of the way that we feel about the world today, most of the ideas that we have about ourselves and the world were formed when we were children. A lot of the things that went on in your family, a lot of the things that went on with you in school, a lot of the ways that you came to learn and know yourself and came to learn, know, and think that you understand women and the world around you were all formed by the time that you were 8 years old. Were mostly formed by the time you were 8 years old. So take the time now to feel that emotion and think about that emotion, and give that emotion, identify that emotion, and then follow that emotion back down to the very first time that you remember feeling that emotion, and start working on some of the internal things that are stopping you from being more confident, because you have those ideas that are already implanted inside there. So follow that back down to the very beginning. And then that's one. Follow the emotion back. Two, start thinking about who it is that you're attracted to and why. Are you attracted to this woman because she's a good match for you? Or are you attracted to a woman because you think that that being with her is going to give you props among other people? Because if you really, really think about it, because me as a woman, I'm a black woman, right? And you know that there's this rumor going around that once a black man gets all of this money, that he goes and he gets himself a white woman. Let's talk about that, right? Personally, I don't care. And part of the reason that I don't care is because I know that the person that you choose is the person that you're going to have to lay down with day in and day out, wake up with, roll around with, go and do your activities with, go to the movies with, or cook with, or start a family with, or co-parent with. And if that's not the type of person that you enjoy, who enjoys you, that union is going to be a living hell. So anybody, I don't care what race, what color, what creed, what height, what weight, what anything that you are, you have to find a person who resonates with you, somebody who you want to be with, somebody who energizes you, somebody who gets you. And that may not be the person who looks like the person on Jet magazine or Elle magazine or even Maxim magazine. So you have to start, so much of a woman's worth in today's society is judged and centered around what it is that she looks like on the outside. So much so that people think that a person has a quote-unquote good catch. Let me ask you a question. Would you rather have a woman who everybody else thought was average, but that you knew was amazing as a human being, or vice versa? Somebody that's a question, I want you to answer that in the comments. Or somebody who people think is amazing, they think they're so amazing, but behind closed doors you know that this person is only average, and sometimes even less than average. So which one would you rather have? And I think that's part of the disconnect that occurs in many men's relationships, because I've reached the final end of this path. Let me turn around and go back this way. Because a lot of what it is that we do to our young men is tragic. We don't really prepare men for feeling as if they should have any standards. I try to talk about this in my videos when I talk to men all the time about having some standards. Men pride themselves on being quote-unquote simple, and I think that's part of the problem, honestly. And I know that I'm a woman and I'm thinking about this with a woman's mind, but I think that men being so quote-unquote, or priding themselves on being so quote-unquote simple is a tremendous issue, because you discount the fact that you should have some preferences. You discount the fact that maybe there are certain things that you like. And so it's like, gosh, you know what? I want you to take some of that with you out into the dating world. Like this man, this dude who's in this show with Gabrielle Union, this black dude, and he's with this, I can't remember his name. Some of you can tell me what his name is below. And he's with this Caucasian woman, and some of the women like really angry to find out that not only is he not single, but he's with a Caucasian woman, and then the woman to them is not even that pretty, and all this other stuff, right? So they're like attacking her beauty, and they're like, ew, she's ugly, and blah blah blah. And to me personally, her face is a little oblong to me, but you know what? I don't know what she's like as a person. I don't know whether she has that man's back. I don't know whether she shares his sense of humor. I don't know whether or not they click and they mesh and they have a union that is outside of this world. I don't know if they have a soul connection. I don't know. So so it's like he went and he was like, that's my wife, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, I want to hurt you, and all this going off and acting crazy. You know, you can't feed the trolls, but nonetheless, I thought it was really interesting that there were so many people who were attacking his ability and his worth because of the type of woman that he was able to get and marry. And I'm like, really? So it doesn't really matter what it is that who it is that she is as a person, and what type of connection that the two may have, and how she may be a person unlike any other woman on this earth to him. They may have a connection that is just wow. You know, just wow. I don't know how to explain it, but I think that so many men shortchange themselves into getting in unions that don't really serve nor satisfy you. And I'm telling you that there's a lot more out there than just who is the sexiest and who got the slimmest waist and the biggest whatever you could do, biggest boobs or butt or whatnot. You know, there's a lot more to it than that. You can find somebody who can be your best friend. And you know, listen, I know when I make some of these videos, some people are like, men don't care about that. Guys, we just want to just talk to us about some sex and blah, blah, blah. But you know what? That gets old for anybody after a while. And you know that. You know that it's, you know, there's this saying that goes around, there's this saying that's out there that's like, oh, you know what, I have to go, I only have a few more moments, the battery is green, but I'm happy I was able to get this done in under 20 minutes. But there's this saying that goes around that's like, show me any beautiful model and I'll show you a man who's tired of banging her, right? And so it's like, it can't only be about the sex, because it doesn't matter how good looking a person is. It doesn't matter how good looking a person is, if the connection is not there, it gets boring after a while. Looks begin to fade. People start to look normal to you. You wake up and sleep with someone, and then you see them without their eyeliner and their makeup and stuff on, and they could be a completely, totally different person. It's like, who is that person behind closed doors to you? You know, who is that? This is, see that? It's a mandala right here in the middle of the park. That's so interesting. But yeah, but who is that person to you? You know, and so I think that's my whole message right there. Find a woman that resonates with you. Find a woman who sees you for who you really are. And when you go out there to approach women, you have to go in and extract those things that have been deteriorating. Uh-oh, it's about to go off. It's about to go off. I gotta stop recording now. Find the things that have been deteriorating your self-esteem from long ago and work on those things. You can come to my website, TanyaTKO.com, download my free guide on self-love and trauma healing, subscribe to my mailing list, and stay in touch with when I do new videos. I'm gonna get out of here. Tanya TKO, and I am out. I love you all so very, very much. Give me a hug. Hug me. Hug me. Oh, I love you. I love you. I love you. Love you so much. Go out there and love one another. But most importantly, love yourself. Tanya TKO, and I'm out. Leave your comments below. Remember, answer the question. Would you rather the average person? Answer that. Talk to you later. Peace.